Hi, and welcome to the Never Cast Off podcast. We never know if it really starts on time or not, and we don't want to go to the end, and then so we're kind of laughing because of that. Anyways, I think we got to figure it out.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm Deb's Destiny on Ravelry and Instagram, and this is Sheila.
Blue Yarn always on Ravelry and Instagram, and thank God for bags. And it's July 20th, episode 70. And we're coming to you from Michigan.
There's just something about 70. It just sounds like a big number.
I wish the weather was in the 70s.
Oh, I thought it was.
No,
it's
hot
really,
here.
really humid. So I think
It's
it's
soupy. They said that like the dew point is like 72.
it's something really, and I woke up like, I have a headache, and it just, it's like that kind of the weather that affects your like bones.
Yeah, it makes you soupy. It's like a 3-day, take 3 showers a day if you're outside.
Okay, so what do we,
Morning announcements.
Morning announcements. Good morning, it's morning. Okay, maybe not.
Did you want to mention anything about the winner?
Yes, she contacted me, and her yarn and stitch markers are officially in the mail, and
They're going
all the way to England or the UK.
So Doris's stitch markers are hitting the UK.
It is, and if the UK isn't England, I'm so sorry. I'm geographically challenged. Probably not for long with the next class I'm taking. Anyways,
so that's out.
Yeah,
so expect it in the mail.
I'm gonna connect you with
Nancy Whitman.
Nancy Whitman, because I still owe you a pattern from her. So we're gonna still make that happen too. So, and if you guys haven't looked at Nancy Whitman's patterns, oh my gosh, her stuff is just adorable. Her Hi, Lucy.
She's like, I want to be petted.
Her stuff is just completely, just gorgeous. Especially, I know she has more than shawls. She's got socks and a few other things, but I like shawls, and I've done 2 of her shawls, 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But the patterns are very well written. And when I write my patterns, my hope is to be like Nancy one day, because she just writes them very, very well. And she uses things that are a little bit different techniques, so you can actually learn stuff as you're doing her patterns. So I highly, highly suggest for you to look up Nancy Whitman. She's known for the Eden Prairie, and she just had another thing that hit
a new one.
She had a new one that was actually published in a magazine.
Oh, very good for her.
Yes. So
good for her.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
So the other morning announcements are the Biggest Loser Stash Reduction Challenge. You should be posting in the Fiber Pusher podcast group. Benita Story, she's doing the prize for the month of July. And then we also have 2 knit-alongs, crochet-alongs going. So the first one is the 4th annual Cardiac Read-Along. And we were asked by Penhook and Needles to co-host along with Bookish Stitcher. I think she's the other podcast. So there's like triple dipping for you. And the Cardiac Read-Along is cardiac awareness, knit with red yarn. There's prizes in all the groups. I'm not going to show the prize because I have the prize pictured in the thread on the Ravelry group. And can I just say, on last Friday, because I don't think you know this either, but last Friday, my mom wasn't feeling ill, so she
wasn't feeling ill?
She wasn't feeling well.
Well,
but
okay.
She wasn't feeling well, and I kind of know her symptoms of regarding her heart disease. So on her 3rd day of her symptoms, I asked her to go to the doctor, and I would take her. So I took her to the doctors, and it was the cardiac doctor. And she was suggested to go down to Detroit Medical Center to the heart hospital immediately, and they would have a suite ready for her, which I did, because her blood pressure was at 180/90. She wasn't feeling it. She just felt tired and white and peaked. So the end result was my mom received another stent, and they blew one out. So my mom has 10 stents. She has 10 cards, like playing cards. So
Wow.
for every stent you have a card. And my mom's never been a smoker, never been a drinker, but my mom has hyperlipidemia, which is a hereditary, because my sister has it too, and she's recovering from a stroke, where there is too much fat in your blood and your triglycerides are in the thousands, your cholesterol is in the thousands. And no matter what you do, diet, it will not make this condition go away. It just will not. So she got 2 more medications. She's at home. She's feeling good. Whenever she comes out of this stuff, she's like the bionic woman. She's like recharged, like the Energizer Bunny, because her heart's working good again and everything's well. And so as far as taking care of your heart health, that is like the battery of your life. I mean,
I didn't
if you
know
don't,
your mom was in the okay,
because
her mom has been on a couple episodes. Her mom is just darling. I love her mother.
yeah, so that was last Friday afternoon. So it was like 7 hours, but that's okay. I mean, if I know her symptoms and I can get her to the ER quick, because the longer she waits, the more damage it's doing, because one stent will shut down or one artery will shut down, and then it puts more stress on the other ones. It's just a domino effect. So she's doing good. She's at home and she's planning a birthday party for my sister. So she's all good.
I'm actually going for a heart, like a ultrasound. Wait,
Yep. She said her ultrasound. Yep.
Echocardiogram.
Yep.
I'm going for that today.
Are you?
This afternoon.
They looking for something?
I've had low blood pressure, and so they're just doing like the due diligence type thing just to make sure everything's okay. They're not expecting any problems.
Well, good.
But they just they really believe that the problem's more with the thyroid. So I have that appointment set up too.
Good. Get your cholesterol checked. Seriously, if you don't know your cholesterol numbers, it could be really bad for you. But get your cholesterol checked. And the other CAL that we have going is the Christmas in July. And there is a thread in the group for that. So that's all your Christmas knitting. Post as much as you want. The prize is listed there. I'll show it next time on the podcast. But I've extended that one to match the deadline of the cardiac ride-along. So they're both going to end at the same time.
Oh, wow.
That way it's just easier for posting, shutting it down. And besides, for the month of July, I really haven't done any Christmas knitting. So it's just selfish that I'm pushing it out one more month. So now they both end September 30th.
Okay.
Yep, they're both going to end September 30th.
So you're extending one?
The Christmas in July.
Okay.
Yep, to match. So, and if you need red yarn, the idea is to use red, pink, those shades. We have a coupon code called ICRED, and it's 15% off a $25 purchase at the Yarn and I.
Oh my gosh, I am knitting on her yarn.
You like it?
Love it. Love it. You ever have some of those yarns that are like not very well spun, and they you try and get the yarn through, and you just can't get both. It's not like that at all. It's high twist yarn. You don't have that problem at all, and it's lovely yarn, very soft. Colors are beautiful, very well saturated. I love her yarn.
Oh, and another thing too, depending on the participation of the individuals in either CAL, we possibly might add a second prize to either one, depending on the participation. And this is a little project bag, drop it, that we received from specialtysewing.etsy.com. And on the back, there's a little blue jean pocket. This was dyed with indigo dyes, she said on the front. And this is individually sewn on here. So you would be getting a bag from a Michigan podcast for participating in the CAL. So depending on how much participation, this might be added in. Also, there's a little, I forget what you call these. Needle cozy. Needle cozy. How can I forget what the name of this is? But these are absolutely just terrific. This is the name of her Etsy shop. If you're interested in taking a look, this bag here, though, is indigo dyed. It's got a beautiful lining, little charm pull on there. So depending on the participation, this might be added to either KAL. So we'll see how that goes. And again, check her out, look at her shop, favorite it, take a browse around. And she is from Michigan, I believe. She is a Michigan bag maker. I know, it's so cute. So cute. Okay. And I think that's it for the morning announcements.
Oh my goodness. You're putting it in a plastic bag.
I am, because I have 2 cats, and now that one has a friend to play with, they're like, they bounce all over like crickets and jackrabbits and grasshoppers, and I do not want them to mess that up.
Okay.
I do not. So yeah, I'm against plastic bags. But it's going in a plastic. But I'm going in a plastic bag because I do not want that messed up.
She used to give me all of her extra plastic bags.
I'll put it up there on top of the fireplace. Okay. Escapees.
You got done?
None. I do this week. So I have made up for it. So, in my little dollar store basket, I finished, what are they called? The knitted comfy slippers.
These are, look, very comfy. These are really nice. I really like these. Seriously.
Free. I think there's free pattern on Ravelry.
They are.
Those are for my niece. So I used a skein of my hand spun. I have tons of this, which works out great. The homespun.
So you mix the 2 of them together?
No, I mixed all 3. So this color here, which is purple and greens, the blue, and this. So it was like, it was very difficult to knit because I think, because they're all worsted maybe. But I think I'm just going to go with 2 skeins next time. But can you see in the hand spun, one's darker than the other? Because in the hand spun, the color changed. Like this one, that one's darker than this one.
Yes.
Because of this.
Right.
But I'm going to continue to make the slippers, but I think I'm either going to do this and this, or this and this. One or the 2. Because technically, this hand spun that I use is kind of rough. And it'd be better on the floor. Nobody's going to want that on their face. I don't think so. So I only got one thing done for the Christmas in July. And it's a cute pattern. It goes really quick. And size 13 needles.
Whee!
Yeah, really quick.
Those are cute.
Yeah. And she can throw them in the washer.
Okay.
Because they're acrylic. And if they
Except
felt
for
a
the
little
wool.
bit for the wool, then that's okay too. I mean, it stretches. I mean,
there's enough acrylic in there. It's not gonna be
yeah. But these are cute. So this is one Christmas thing that is done. Oh. I finished one of my mom's birthday presents. And it's out of Heritage Prints, out of the tomato colorway. Which is number, my eyes are getting, color 30. Tomato. This is all I have left too. That's quite a bit.
Wow.
For doing a pair of socks.
Yeah?
Yep. So.
Are you going to, oh no, forget it. You already know the answer to that.
What?
I was going to ask if you were going to save it to do one of the, you know, those little square things.
Oh no. So this is the color worked up tomato. Technically, I would have liked a little green in here because there's green tomatoes, there's red tomatoes, pink tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, but there is no green. But this is a birthday present that is done because her 71st birthday is coming up at the end of the month. So she will get these for her birthday. And I got quite a bit left of that. So remember I said I was doing a test crochet?
Yeah.
This has been released.
It has been.
It has been released.
Awesome.
I missed the deadline. The deadline was Friday. But I was at Detroit Medical Center, so I emailed her, and she's like, "Yeah, no problem. You know, whenever you finish, you finish. You know, because I didn't have this with me to sit 7 hours in the hospital. You know, and you have a deadline when you do tests. You know,
Yeah.
for designers, they want you to meet the deadline. You know, that's the whole reason you're accepting is, you know, you want to meet the deadline. So I met the deadline on Sunday.
2 days late isn't
Yes.
that bad.
And this yarn, I used the Yarn and I believe this color is Scarlet, and it's almost 800 yards. I did large, which I think is almost 800 yards. 800 yards. And this is crocheted. Now this is a sample for Cappy that she can display, wear, or whatever she wants to do. And this has been blocked. And this is out of her 75-25.
Oh, it's so soft.
So this is it right here. I am definitely going to make another one. I have some shabooey in the white with gold glitter. I'm going to make another one of these for dress. But yeah, this is a lard. This is the lard. If we hold it up, I mean, there's still more on the bottom.
Yeah,
and it's not all opened up.
Can I wear this for the rest of the podcast?
Go ahead. It's been washed. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, very. Oh my goodness! And it's like one of the ones that it has enough that it's not
comes
like
over.
It's not going to fall off your shoulder.
I think I've done testing for her. I think three times.
You really like her stuff.
Her patterns. Can I just say I do not read the language on her patterns. I mean, I read the general instructions, but I don't read the line by line. Her charting is amazing.
Yeah.
All I do is her charts. Her charting is amazing. So if you like crochet charts and you want a beautiful shawl, just think you could whip this up for somebody for the holidays. It is absolutely amazing. Plus, some people did it in gradients for her. I did it in a solid because it's called Wild Heart Shawl. And I wanted to use it in the cardiac red along.
Yeah.
You know, and it's wild hearts. Hearts are red.
So are you entering this in for the other podcast?
I'm going to throw it in.
I think you should.
I'm going to throw it in. But yeah, this is very, very nice. Yeah. Check out her pattern. She's also on Instagram.
How did you like working with the yarn?
The yarn was very nice. It's not splitty. You know what I'm surprised about, because it's 75-25, is after I washed it, it feels like just 100% merino. I mean, it's very soft.
It's softer than merino to me.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of the heritage prints. Like, it's the softness of the heritage print.
Okay.
Like that's, but this I've worked with 75-25, and sometimes you get that little nylon roughy.
Okay.
Do you feel it rough on you, or you just feel it like light and drapey?
Like very light, and it's like it's just slightly cold down here for me. So it's something, you know, which it's
well, yeah, in the basements when you're running air conditioner, they're always colder.
Yeah, it is. And I just forgot to bring something, so it
but
was
if you wore one of those spaghetti strap tops, this would be great to go over the top.
It would be beautiful.
But I am going to make another one for dress.
It's very, very light. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I can't say enough about the pattern. It's just amazing.
And then talk about the yarn.
The yarn, the Yarn and I already mentioned it.
Okay.
I think it's in the color crimson or scarlet, and it's the one 75-25, the same that you were working with. I don't have the tag anymore. Yeah, I don't have the tag anymore.
Okay,
I don't. But yeah, check out the pattern. Oh my goodness,
this one.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's on the vanilla base. Vanilla. Yeah, the vanilla base is right there. But the color is not black cherry.
No, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, vanilla base. And then the last thing that I finished was a market bag. So I've made the decision that I'm going to make all the market bags and then make all the handles at the same time. Because all the handles are going to be Tunisian.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know if anybody has this book. But inside, that's when Kmart is folding up. They're not going to be around anymore. So number 57. I did number 57. Yeah. Which is this one right here. Because I figured there's 63 stitches in this book. Why not take a stab? This is my next market bag here. Why not take a stab at all these patterns just to refresh, you know, since I'm doing more crochet, and then do the market bags out of them. So number 57, this is what it looks like. And didn't make it that big because, of course, this is cotton and it's going to stretch. I did not put a bottom on it either. They're all envelope style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all the bags, and then I'm going to Tunisian all the handles. And then they're all going to get dyed.
You do have to watch out for them to stretch. I wanted to make this as my lunch bag.
Yeah, it's no longer a lunch bag.
That's not a lunch bag.
No longer a lunch bag. And that was number 57. But there's 63 stitches in here.
That is really a cool idea. That's sort of like, oh, you're going to hate this. It's sort of like doing a test or a swatch.
What, making a market bag?
Yeah. It's kind of like doing a swatch market bag for each of the stitches.
Yeah, well, I figured there's a lot of stitches in here that are holy. Like here's one up here, number 9. That would make a great market bag. That way I don't have to, I'm kind of being lazy. I don't want to search on Ravelry. And this one here, that is going to be a market bag. Number 15.
That's so cool.
Yeah, number 15 is going to be a market bag. So all the holy ones are basically the ones that I'm picking. Even 23 looks kind of neat.
It's something different.
The yarn going over. So yeah, I'm going to try to do as many out of here as I can, which takes us into on the wire. So while I still have the book out, number 42 is what is going on now, and that is called 42. I just started it. Oh, I'm sorry. 57 is called Alternate Mesh Stitch, and 42 is called the Fan Trellis. Now this is not a lot. I mean, I need to wind more yarn off the cones, but this is the beginning of it. I think this is going to make a cute market bag. So I think this is going to be the bottom here because it's really tight and taut. And then this is it here. So this is going to be another market bag in that stitch, which I think will look nice, number 42.
That's really pretty. I really like that stitch.
So that's an upcoming one. And then what do you got hanging on the wire?
Well, my aunt is in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah.
She all right?
She is. She's had some leg things going on for many years, and she's finally in the hospital. So we're very happy she's finally in the hospital. She asked me to make some daisy, and she wanted to get it on a pin. And so this came up on Ravelry. Daisy coasters. So it's supposed to be a coaster, but I'm not making it as a coaster. I'm making it.
Let's see. Is this a free pattern?
Free pattern on Ravelry.
And Spiegel?
This is the aunt who gave me the wheel, gave me the yarn.
Gave you wool, bags of wool?
3 bags of wool.
So
yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the daisy coaster or the daisy flowers out of hand spun.
Nice.
Oh, and I started on the wrong one. Okay, I wanted to start on the brown, and I'm using the natural fiber color just because I know she'll appreciate it more. And I just started on the wrong one. So what I did, I'll have to take
this is crochet.
This one's crocheted, and so I have 130 grams of hand spun yarn between the white, and then there's brown in there, and then there was some white still left on it, so the white is just wound up on the end, but it's mostly brown. So I'm going to make her another
You making
I
her
gave her
coasters
one.
or pot holders? Or she wants buttons?
She wants to put a button on it and she wants to wear it.
Okay.
And somebody wants to wear it as a flower. Okay. I just have to, she wants a little button that has a saying on it. And so I have to find little buttons with sayings on them. I haven't quite figured out where to go on that yet, but that's okay.
Well, that'll work.
So that's what I have. Oh, and then the other one, I wanted to bring, it's called Duplicity. And it is a knit along, and then knit along's over, and I'm not done. So this is what it is so far.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I have one more of each section, and then it's supposed to be done. Doesn't quite look very long yet, but
not yet.
No. So I'll have to see how it goes, and when I'm done with the next two sections, I'll see how much yarn I have. I have still got some yarn, so I have to see how it goes, and then choose what to do from there. Because of the way it is, if I really wanted to switch to a different color, it's completely fine. I might just keep going and just get more yarn and make it bigger.
There you go.
Because I could do that.
Yep.
That's what you can do. Whatever we want.
That's what you can do.
Yeah, but it's just getting to be like, man, these rows are long right now. But Duplicity is the name of the pattern.
That's good. I have this going, but I think I'm going to frog it because I don't really care for the pattern. Nothing wrong with the pattern. I don't want to do a lot of ribbing for fingerless mitts. So I think I'm going to frog it. And this is a Christmas gift for my daughter that I put on the side. And it's from Lady for Nicole Creations. And it's a 50-gram skein. And the color is Seafoam. And it's a sport. Pretty color. These are for my daughter, who recently moved to Massachusetts. Oh. So she's going to need gloves. You know what I sent her the other day in the mail?
No.
A car scraper.
She's going to need it over there. Oh my gosh.
I sent her one of those car scrapers where you put your hand in the big hot mat glove, and it comes down to here. And in the inside, you can hold the scraper and scrape. I sent her one. I'm just waiting for the text message to say, ha, ha, ha.
Okay, seriously, they get a lot of snow over there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and we're from Michigan. Yeah, they get a lot of snow over there.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the text message. Ha, ha. But I seriously think I'm going to frog these. And I'm going to do some other kind of fingerless mitts. So this will be for the Christmas in July with the KAL that we got going on. But yeah, I think I'm going to frog these. There's nothing wrong with the pattern. I don't like ribbing. I don't like a lot of ribbing. And it's like a lot of ribbing in this pattern. You can have a pattern if you want. I don't want it. I'm gonna find something different to do on that. And then my upcoming plan, because I went in my totes in my back room, because people are getting slippers. Look. I found a whole bunch. This yarn is like Red Heart, but it's like really squishy, like mohair. So I can add that in.
It's softer than mohair. It's not.
And then I found all this Red Heart that's speckled, and purple. I found mystery yarn that doesn't have bands, and somebody might like this for a pair of slippers.
Oh, and then it's red. You should do these first so you can enter them into the heart along.
Cardiac right along. Well, yeah, they both end at the same time. So, oh yeah, I could do slippers for my mom. But yeah, she'd probably fall over. She needs the socks that she likes the socks that got the grip on them where you just flop them on and off.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is upcoming socks.
She's so lucky to have you who knows what to look for.
It's weird. Her symptoms are, and it's not like the normal symptoms you hear on the news. So when she's going into blood loss to her heart or I don't want to call it heart failure, but whatever you want to call it, to where she needs a stent or an artery shut down. Her symptoms are headache, nauseousness from the breast up, a stabbing pain in her shoulders, and lack of energy. My mom gets no chest pain. She survived breast cancer and had radiation every day for months and months and months. And on the left side of her chest, all her nerve endings are gone. She has no feeling there for any chest pains. So even if her body is sending it out that she's having a chest pain, she feels absolutely nothing. She's never felt a chest pain, ever. So she gets it in the back. She gets nauseous. She gets a headache. And she gets tired, which a lot of people would probably mistake for the flu. Okay. You know, I'm getting the flu. I ate something wrong, blah, blah, blah. But those are, when she starts telling me how she's feeling and those are coming up, and then I'm like, you know, are you tired? And she's like, yeah, I took 2 naps. You know, and the other thing is she can only sleep sitting up. It bothers her to sleep flat. So she starts sleeping in her chair. Those are her symptoms. Isn't that weird, though?
So, you know, okay, when I'm not feeling well, or something, it's like somebody else can say, you know, you should go get that checked because you just don't stop and think that that's something that's going on. Mm-hmm. Is that the case for her, that she just doesn't think to?
No, my mom, after 10 stents and, you know, open heart surgery and just everything that she's been through, my mom knows the symptoms. My mom hates being poked by a needle. And that's her biggest fear is, I got to go in and they're going to poke me. And I'm like, Mom, it's just one poke in your arm and then they set your IV up and you're good to go. That's her big thing. She does not like to be poked. She knows it. She knows it after all these go-arounds because this has been, you know, 14, 15 years now. She already knows, but she doesn't like being poked. She just doesn't. And I'm like, it's just one poke. So a lot of times, you know, the nurses, you know, they're like two times and they can't get her, you know, because her veins are weak and they're small. And, you know, then she starts saying like, you know, why am I here? And I don't understand. And, you know, then they call in another nurse and they, you know, they try to get a vein or whatever. So she just doesn't like being poked. Some people they just know what they don't like, and she just doesn't like being poked. But yeah, I already know her symptoms. After her living with me for 3 years, I know her symptoms. But she's doing good now. She's planning a birthday party for my sister who's turning 50 this weekend.
Whoa! Who is it? Donna?
Nope, Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Yep, Marilyn, because I got to go to Muskegon and pick her up tomorrow. And she's my sister who's turning 50, who also has hyperlipidemia, who has not doctored herself or has not done anything, as far as medically for herself. And in May, she had a stroke. And currently, she's trying to get herself back together. It took down her whole left side. So that cholesterol is like, it's a silent getter, you know?
Okay, so I had been taking cholesterol meds for a while, and I stopped taking them. I don't even remember why. Oh, I had to get back into the doctor, and the doctor was on the other side of the town. So I got a doctor on this side of town because there's just no reason to not have a doctor that's convenient. So I went to the doctor, and she put me right back on it. So I'm back on it, and it was your sister's inspiration.
Well, her triglycerides were in the thousands. My mom's triglycerides run in the 4,000s.
Mine are nowhere near that high.
Well, they have this special gene. I forget what the gene is called, but you can be tested for this gene for hyperlipidemia. We've all been tested. And my mom has 5 kids. My one sister has it. The rest of us don't have it. So you can be tested for this gene for hyperlipidemia.
You can also check the kids, too.
What kids?
Like Renee.
Oh, Renee's already been checked.
Okay.
Yep, my daughter's already been checked. So it's a hereditary gene, but get your cholesterol checked. So moving on to DIY. I am still spinning 2 pounds of Cordale. Boring white. I'm just like so done with it. So this is the second skein, 171 grams. It has
At
not.
least you didn't say it 171. At least you didn't say it that way.
It hasn't been washed because I'm gonna bathe them all together, but I still have a lot of this left. So yeah, I'm still. I'm still spinning the
So
most.
are you sick of the white?
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at the white, and there's a lot of veg in this stuff.
Okay.
The exciting part is going to be to dye this stuff. I can't wait to dye it, but I got to spin it in order to dye it. So this is my second skein. I know I've been doing the turdy fleece, and this is all I've been doing on the tur. Can I just say that I follow Bronx Knitter 1 on Instagram, and that girl, her wheel must be like smoking like every day. She's like a spinning crazy lady. Oh my God, you should see all the stuff she's spinning for turdy fleece. Absolutely amazing. Bronx Knitter 1 on Instagram. Check her out. Oh my God. Way to go, Sharon. I swear. Every day there's like, she shows the braid, and then she shows it on the wheel, and then she shows it done. It's amazing. Amazing. Alrighty. Satellite store, I still have nothing in.
I talked about this earlier.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I have nothing in because I'm saving my money for Allegan, which we will be there Saturday and Sunday. I think there's going to be an area by the dog herding. What did it say in the email or on Facebook? A dog by the dog herding area, a tent or an easy up. So there's going to be podcasters there. So if you see it, I don't know what the name of the place is called.
I'm not exactly sure either, but you can ask when you're going in what the name of it is, and it's going to be on the brochure that you get when you sign in.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing podcasting on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday it'll just be come on, hang out, meet the podcasters.
Yeah. So if you see anybody there, I know the fiber pusher's vending there. Cappy from the Yarn and I is going to be there. Me and Debbie's going to be there. Kim from Chasing Acorns is going to be there, podcasting. And I think there might be a couple other ladies too. But if you see that area, just say hi.
We want to see you guys. Oh my gosh. We're
going to be podcasting on Saturday from 3 to 5. 3.
Somewhere in there.
We're podcasting Saturday afternoon. So come by the tent.
Yes.
Get on the podcast. Show us what you bought.
Yes. We like doing this because we know you're out there. We know somebody out there is watching. We don't know exactly who that is. They might be like some weird stalker. No, I'm kidding. Really, that was just okay. But it's something that we really would love to meet you guys. And that's why we do this. It's for you guys. So we'd really like to meet you guys.
Mm-hmm. And then I also got accepted to vend. I personally got the email. So I'm vending at the Fiber Expo in Ann Arbor in October. So I got the email. So I'm like, okay, so this is like the first big one. So we're going to be vending there with Cappy from the Yarn and I.
I'm so excited for you guys.
I know. It's like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I've been sewing like a fool. Sewing. So yeah, trying to get everything ready. So I have nothing for the satellite store because I'm saving for Allegan. I gotta buy some dirty fleece, some dirty goat. I gotta see the fiber pusher and get some stuff from her. And yeah, I don't think I'll be buying any yarn unless something just absolutely just gets me.
Yeah, I will only buy yarn right now if I have to, if I need it to finish a project. I'm waiting for it.
I joined Wool Swap. I got my partner. She lives in Rhode Island.
Yeah?
So this is my first time joining Wool Swap. So I have till August 20th to put together a box for her.
Cool.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. She said this is her 4th time doing Wool Swap.
So she's going to break you in easily.
Yeah, well, it's kind of nice because they give you like a little questionnaire and then their Instagram name, and you know, you can email them and talk to them, and you know, hopefully,
you have to talk to them. No, I'm kidding.
Hopefully, you know, you like make a friend. So I mean,
Cappy, I think Cappy was the one that was talking about it, and she just She still talks with her buddy that she
Yep.
made. From that.
She's the one that was telling me about it, and I'm like,
Okay.
all right, I'll join Wool Spot. So I joined Wool Spot. So I can't wait. So yeah, probably sometime in September I'll have something from my Wool Spot partner. And I think that takes us to don't sweat the small stuff. You want to read?
Sure. I'm just trying to
You getting your little scissors out?
get my little scissors out so I can cut this and start worrying about
which one you have.
cat.
You got the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, a little orange cat.
Yeah, I did a Christmas gift exchange last year, and this came in it.
Oh, that's cute.
So
Little orange cat
little
scissors.
orange kitty scissors.
Aww. That's cute.
They are so handy.
That's a cute little thing, too. Let me put this to the side.
So that is ready to go.
Yes.
Seek first to understand. This is adopted from one of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Using this strategy is a shortcut to becoming more becoming a more content person. And you'll probably become more effective too. Essentially, seek first to understand implies that you become more interested in understanding others and less in having other people understand you. It means mastering the idea that if you want to if you want quality, fulfilling communication that is nourishing to you and others, understanding others must come first. When you understand where people are coming from, then they are trying to say what's important to them, and so forth. Being understood follows naturally. It falls into place with virtually no effort. When you reverse this process, however, which is what most of us do most of the time, you are putting the cart before the horse. No, really? When you try to be understood before you understand, the effort you will exert will be felt by you and the other person or people are trying to reach. Communication will break down and you may end up with a battle of two egos. In one of my classes recently, they ended up having an example of there was one line and 2 people needed to use it, but they did not effectively communicate as to what they needed for the lime. One person needed the rind and then the other person needed the juice. So if they would have actually talked about it, they would have been able to find out that, hey, you can use the outside, I'll use the inside, and both would have been 100% happy. But instead, they just split it in half, and part of it was unusable by both. And that just seems to fit perfectly with this. Now, back to their story. I was working with a couple who had spent the first 10 years of their marriage frustrated, arguing about their finances. He couldn't understand why she wanted to save every penny they earned, and she couldn't understand why he was a spendthrift. Any rationale on either position had been lost in their joint frustration. While many problems are more complex than this couple's, their solutions were relatively simple. Neither person felt understood. They needed to learn to stop interpreting each other and instead to listen carefully. Rather than defending their own positions, each needed to seek first to understand. This is precisely what I got them to do. He learned that she was saving to avoid her parents' financial disasters. Essentially, she was frightened of being broke. She learned that he felt embarrassed that he wasn't able to take care of her as well as his father did his mother. Essentially, he wanted her to be proud of him. As each learned to understand the other, their frustration with the other was replaced by compassion. Today, they have a nice balance between spending and saving. Seeking first to understand isn't about who's right or who's wrong. It's a philosophy of effective communication. When you practice this method, you'll notice that the people you communicate with will feel listened to, heard, and understood. This will translate into better, more loving relationships. That is so true.
It makes sense.
I remember there was one time that my husband and I were arguing about buying a car or something like that. And he really wanted to get this one particular car. And he's like, that's it, I'm just getting my, and he's just, grrr. And I just paused and I let him think about it for a second with how grumpy he was being. And I said, now, I'm not saying that never we're going to have this car. It's just right now we can't afford it. We need to have something for right now that will make do. And then when we can afford it, then we'll go ahead and
get something, the one that you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, you're not telling me never? I said, heck no. I just for now, let's try. This is all we have. And look at this. This is a good deal. He's like, oh. And then he thought about it. I just expressed it and then just zoop. And by the time we were walking in the store for wherever we were going, the problem was solved. He's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and do it your way. And then as long as you promise that one day I'll be able to get, blah, 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 then, and I'm like, yeah, just today is not a good day for that.
Yep.
So, yeah, so it's amazing when you just stop and, okay, there's a miscommunication here. Let me try and back up and try and fill in what exactly am I trying to communicate? And when you get past the light and fluffy argument part of it into really what the problem is, so many of the things just go away.
It does.
It does. It's always hard to get past it, though.
Yep. We want to thank all our new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, feel free on YouTube so you'll know when we podcast, because it's a bi-weekly podcast.
Yep.
We probably won't podcast again till August, because this is the 20th already.
Probably.
Yeah, probably not, because my sister's coming into town and she's here for the whole week. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. We're going to be going to the movies. I'm going to take her to senior citizen water aerobics. I'm going to take her there because she's going to be 50, so she counts as a senior citizen.
Really?
Yep, I'm going to take her to senior citizen water aerobics, and then we just going to be doing a bunch of other stuff, and then she wants to spend time with my mom, so it'll be good. She'll be here for the week, so I just won't have time for podcasting then. So, anything else? Any comments, questions, concerns, PM Debbie, or leave a message on on YouTube. If you want to
PM Sheila.
Yeah, if you want to find us on Instagram, the links are on the top in the YouTube channel area. What else? Get in the KALs. They're both going to run for quite a bit of time. So knit anything with red or pink. Do your Christmas knitting and post those in there.
Free stuff.
Yeah, the prizes are pretty good. I mean, a freaking sock blank that I painted. I mean,
hand painted by Sheila.
Yeah, that's right. That counts as like 400% of like I'm in.
It's special. There's only one exactly like it in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's unique.
And
it's priceless.
and I know I talked in depth about my mom, and I totally have her permission because she wants everybody to know, because she didn't know that, hyperlipidemia is serious. Like changing your diet will help, but I mean, you really need to look into that. And I think that's it.
Yes, we care about your health. Make sure you guys get out there, get your
get tested if you're not feeling good.
Get your yearly exams done, and just go out there. And we want you to be healthy, and we want you to live
a lipid panel. Ask for a lipid panel.
Lipid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lipid panel.
And thyroid too. What the hey?
Yeah, thyroid. Yeah, that's hereditary in my family too. So, yeah, all that hereditary stuff. Woo!
I'll tell your doctor to give you the hookup. I don't know what that means. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful week.
Bye-bye.